Welcome back to another entry in our list of fun Black Ops 3 multiplayer loadouts to try when you're bored. We've already detailed a few stealth-based options like the melee-focused ninja loadout and the hitman loadout. But today's entry is for players who prefer to go in loud. If keeping your opponents pinned with a near-endless barrage of explosions sounds like something you'd enjoy, then the Siege Expert loadout should be an excellent fit for you. Using a variety of explosives, score streaks, and equipment supporting perks, the Siege Expert can keep enemy players locked down with a constant barrage of powerful ordnance. The most obvious pick for the Siege Expert, Battery's War Machine Grenade Launcher can absolutely devastate enemy players, especially if they are foolish enough to stand in close proximity of each other. Best of all, the bouncing nature of the grenades means that even players who try to hide behind cover aren't safe from the War Machine's reach. If you prefer objective-based modes where you know enemies will be bunched up already, Ruin's Gravity Spikes are a solid alternative which can give you much more needed close-range killing potential. The Gravity Spikes are also a decent last resort attack if enemies manage to evade your explosive attacks and are moving in for the kill. For those who want a more surgical sort of explosive payload, Outrider's Sparrow Bow is the ideal pick. Since each arrow explodes on impact, you don't have to be 100% accurate if you're firing in close quarters. And similar to Battery's War Machine rounds, the explosions can score kills on enemies who otherwise think they're safe behind cover. Reaper's Scythe is still an unstoppable force which can decimate any enemies who are foolish enough to try and engage you in a straight-up firefight. You can also use the Scythe to drive enemies into any explosives you've planted, or into the area of effect of your explosive score streaks. If your preferred Siege Expert playstyle is constantly bombarding the map with explosive score streaks, Seraph's combat focus ability is a natural fit. It's also a good alternative if you're not particularly confident in your ability to score kills with specialist weapons. Like Ruin's Gravity Spikes, Firebreak's Purifier Flamethrower can help bail you out if enemies get too close for comfort, and like Reaper's Scythe, it's also good for driving enemy players away into areas where your explosives or score streaks are waiting to take them out. The Purifier is also one of the more quiet specialist weapons, which means enemies often won't able to expect its reach before it's too late. For the Siege Expert loadout, you can use whatever primary weapon you're most comfortable with. But for your secondary weapon, you should definitely equip a launcher, preferably the XM53. Equipping a launcher is also ideal since it means you have more free slots to equip perks, equipment, wildcards, and primary weapon attachments. The Siege Expert loadout is all about lethal equipment. The more explosives, the better. If you want to be more mobile, stock up on frag grenades, semtex, or thermite. If you prefer to keep specific parts of the map locked down, take some C4 or trip mines. If you feel like you can get away with only one lethal, that's fine. But if you can swing it, equip the Danger Close wildcard to make sure you always have some fireworks primed. While your Siege Expert perk selection is mostly a matter of personal preference, there are a few specific perks you should strongly consider taking. Flak Jacket and Engineer can ensure that you never fall for the same explosive tricks which you use against the enemies. And Scavenger prevents you from running out of explosives when you need them the most. If you want to utilize your specialist weapon or ability as often as possible, Overclock is a good pick as well. For the traditional Siege Expert, your options are pretty clear: Hellstorm, Lightning Strike, and Rolling Thunder. All three allow you to blanket a large portion of the map in explosive death, guaranteeing at least a kill or two as long as you pay attention to where you deploy them. Of course, those three aren't your only options. The HCXD, RAPS, Deploy Ship, and Dart are also decent map control streaks which fit in with the Siege Expert's explosive theme. To succeed with the Siege Expert, you have to focus on map control. Try to predict where your enemies will spawn or where they're traveling, and make sure they always have some sort of explosive ordnance waiting for them, be it equipment, a score streak, or even a round from your XM53 launcher. If you equip plantable lethals like C4 or trip mines, think carefully where you place them. Also, because of the danger of team killing, the Siege Expert is sadly not a recommended loadout for the hardcore playlist. So give this loadout a try and tell us what you think. Let us know in the comments below. And for more tips and tricks like this, and for all of your Black Ops 3 needs, be sure to head over to wopsed.com.